Good to go. There we are. Seeing as how it's 10 o'clock, we'll call this meeting to order. Oh, notice that the meeting was properly posted June 30th, 2025. Pledge of Allegiance. Colonel, will you lead us?
Be pleasure. If you would please stand and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sir. Appreciate that. Oh, notice approval of minutes. Item number 1, discussion of possible action regarding the minutes of June 18th. Is there a motion to approve? Motion. There's a motion. Is there a second? Second. And a second. All those in favor? Aye. There we go. Oh, item 2 is resolutions for consent, items 3 through 35.
You have a change on replacement copy in front of you for number 4 and number 20.
Is there a motion to approve consent with those amendments?
Motion.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And thank you for making those changes.
Oh, sorry.
Give me just a moment. I apologize.
Stay tuned. Who's stuck? Okay.
For the press, this is not my fault.
It's always your fault.
Yeah, I just want to get blamed anyway.
Right. It's a Missouri buck stop with me.
Yeah, I got that up on my
Yep.
desk.
All right, that was items 33 through 35. Item number 36 is discussion possible action for the Oklahoma County Criminal Justice Authority. Mr. Stein?
I talked to, I texted Mr. Timmons, the jail administrator, and apparently unable to attend today, sadly. I was concerned when the news release came out last week, and I was hoping that I'd be able to get some answers about that because I was concerned about the financial and the math they were doing.
You know, I share also on the press release. I share some concerns. There's some numbers on there I cannot get rectified. I cannot understand it. I really don't. And the first one is that they're going to run out of money on July 31st. Really? They've already got their full budget for the year. I tell you what I'd really like to see, and I regret that there's no one here from the authority, but I'd really like to see for the authority perhaps to go before the BET, especially with this press release and all the numbers in this press release, and kind of get them vetted through the BET. Because number one is I don't believe the numbers in the press release to begin with. But number two is if they are accurate, then we got a problem much larger than what most of us are thinking. And again, they put a July 31st deadline in here. I'd sure like to get some more information on that. And my recommendation would be let's throw it to the, oh, here they come. My recommendation would be let's throw this to the BET.
Fantastic. Well, you're just in, Mr. Chairman, if you want to.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Mr. Timmons, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We were quite all right. We were discussing the numbers and the treasurer and I were confused because the news release had indicated that you would be without, to quote his facility, without sufficient operating funds as soon as August 1st, 2025, and we were concerned that you didn't get your budget. And since it's the beginning of the fiscal year, you've got your budget now, and we're concerned that having the August 1st day of being without sufficient operating funds is disconcerting for us. So can you give us some provisions of why you say that, please?
And that's based on the monthly revenue that we receive and the monthly expenses that we spend. And right now we are projecting 3.2 million for our monthly revenue, and then the expenses will be 3.68 million. So based on what we receive, the 112 payment from BOCC, and it's not going to be enough for us to cover the expenses that we're expecting for that month. Yeah.
Okay, now, and I was just explaining just as you all came in, I would really like to see you, Mr. C, if you all would, is to go before the budget evaluation team. You've got your full budget for the year. What is it, Christie? How much? 34? Yeah, 34.
33.7.
Yeah, okay, so you got 33.7. So you have your budget authority for 12 months. Now, I understand, just as some of the others, there's always some shortfalls in there we have to try to adjust. We get the opportunity in September to adjust some of that. But as I said, the press release, and if I'm the press, hell, if I'm the county treasurer, I'm trying to figure out that July 31st. Now, I understand the way you just explained it, but remember, you've got your budget authority and then you've got a cash issue. Now, the cash issue, that's where we will work with you and we'll have to work with you.
Mhm.
But anyway, I really would invite you, Mr. Timmons, if you would please make your people available for the next budget evaluation team, because that's where we got our brains. And they know the budgets and they know the numbers. I'd really invite you. Christy, when is the next BET?
Is it
Yes, here we
appropriate
go.
to have an emergency?
Colonel, our next regularly scheduled is Tuesday, but I think with an issue as complex as this, it would be best to have a special meeting so we can get this ironed out
Just
as quick
this.
as possible. So my plan is to get with the clerk's office and work with them on a time for Monday. That's really kind of the first time that we could have a meeting where everybody can be there with the holiday on Friday and us being closed and our notice provisions and all of that. So we'll look at having a special meeting on Monday. I'll work with Cassie to look at the schedule and see when we can have their staff available and a room available.
Mr. Timmons, would you be responsive to that? Okay, thank you, sir.
Sheriff, you had something?
My apologies, Ms. Cassie. It was going to be to offer a quicker meeting just in light of the situation that's going on.
Yep, great idea. Okay, Mr. Stein?
I don't know if there's any updates on the maintenance and operation of what's happening, any improvements I know last time I was over there were some pods that were being reconstructed and redone so you'd be able to accommodate more inmates. Any updates on that?
Mr. Couch, that's a question for you.
Yes, sir. Chief Greg Couch, Infrastructure and Technology. So I'm glad you asked that question. I don't think that you got all the updates last time. Mr. Sherman was up here speaking about those, so I appreciate the opportunity. So we've installed 6 of the biometric life detection sensors in 6 of our most critical need cells, which are on the 13th floor. And I'd be happy to explain that to you offline and how that technology works. It's pretty exciting. We have a project lined up for the right now penciled in the 3rd week of August to install 37 more. We've retrofitted 12 doors now to have more visibility into the cells. And that's for people who first come in, we're kind of unsure of their status. So they go in those cells that we can see clearly into the area. We've done a lot of repainting of showers that were filthy and had been uncared for. We've got those repainted. I can share photos. There's been a lot of improvements in the facilities infrastructure.
Okay.
You might, the biomed, I'm familiar with it. I know the sheriff's familiar with it because we've been on trust meetings. It is a technology that's one of a kind. We are the first jail in the United States to actually use this. It monitors breathing rates, heart rates, perspiration, those types of things. So when a person becomes in crisis, we're actually able to see it before they are, and we're able to respond in a much timelier manner and get them the health care that they need. The sight lines are very important for our crisis intervention that we do for those that are having mental health crisis. So that's a great thing. When you've been over there before, all of you have been over there, and windows are very, very small. This actually opens up probably 3/4 of the door to sight lines. So it's a great thing and allows vertically challenged people to be able to see into those. So Carrie, if you'd like to see into our cells now.
I'd love to come over for another tour, an update on what we got, when we can arrange something in the next couple of weeks. That'd be great.
We'd love to have you, Mr. Stein. I do believe that Mr. Timmons reached out to you last week or something for a meeting, and we're looking forward to having that with you.
Fantastic.
Any further questions? Mr. Warren? Nope.
Thank you.
Seeing none, not really anything need to be done for that. So, but thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day to come down here.
Yes.
Item number 37 is Resolution 2025-2683 for transfer. Ms. Clayton.
Good morning. This was approved at the last special budget board meeting, and this is a transfer out of the general fund in order to cover the court services contracts with the DA, the detention center, and team.
Move the item. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Motion passes with 7 ayes, 1 nay. Item number 38, discussion and possible action for resolution 2025-2701.
Okay, number 38 is a transfer of funds from special projects with the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health. This is our 781 funds that we received. I invoiced for July through February, and we received $1,223,083.23. These funds will then be transferred from the grant fund into the Oklahoma County Community Safety Investment Fund, 647, so that way they can utilize those funds for these programs.
Real quick, did I hear you say July through February? Mm-hmm. Okay, what March?
So March, I just received the invoices from March until June, and so I'll be billing for those tomorrow.
Perfect. Joe, you got something? Yep. I remember that now. Yep, thank you. All right, you've heard the explanation. Item 38, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second? And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Whoever seconded, hit your button. Rick?
Well. Oh.
No. Okay.
Oh.
You're okay.
Oh, well. We got it.
Okay, who originally seconded, please?
That was Mr. Warren.
And who originally motioned?
That was Mr. Freeman. All right, there we go. Mash your buttons. Just as a reminder, if you motion or second, please push your button on the screen. Item number 39.
Who is that directed to?
Myself. It was as a mental note. Item 39 is resolution 2025-2627, interfund transfer from cash employee benefits fund 3.5. This is our yearly front funding. Any questions? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve? Second. There's been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 40. Ma'am, Ms. Hudson.
Yes, this appoints Aaron McConnell as the primary for the handbook committee. And I'll make a motion for it.
There's been a motion. And I will note that the clerk's office did not push their button this time. There's been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
My regrets to Ms. McConnell. Citizens participation, I don't have anything, Cassie. Board comments, Sheriff?
No comment, sir.
Mr. Court Clerk?
No comment.
Ms. Hudson?
No comment.
Mr. Lowe?
No comment.
Okay.
I'd just like to thank again Mr. Timmons and his staff. We're all on the same boat, and we all acknowledge that. We're government. We'll never have enough money. That's just by the definition. But we do look forward to continue to working with you. I do personally, and I know I'll speak for every one of my members up here, members of the budget board. But thank you for being over here, and thank you for your explanations.
I look forward to being able to take a tour. Happy new fiscal year and happy 4th of July. Nothing.
And definitely remember why we're celebrating 4th of July or Independence Day. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. We will stand adjourned unless there's any objections. Seeing none, we are adjourned.
Well.